үндемей мына тілін түсіріп жатырмыз үшін. Диск жауып жүр. Bir, iki. Aynurka. Bir, iki, yo man nigga. De. Бэр. Как слышно, прием, как слышно, прием. Бэр. Слышно нормально. А, все. Все. Так, Карик. У нас по заданию пропуск куда угодно. Чтобы освободить от сцены колониста, застрявший гибернация доктора Вудса просит вас отправиться с Стеллар Бэй на терраформированной Луне Монарх. Монарх закрыт коллегией Алькион Холдингс. Так что вам придется неофициальным каналом достать навиа-ключ. Ага. Опа-на. Так. Первопроходец. Тара-2. Так, нам куда? Вас приветствует карта системы. Сможет все планеты. А нам, ну да. Первый проход. Станция колония. Стеллар Б. Гефест. Тара-2. Шум бездны. Научное оружие. Так.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker. Welcome back, Captain. I request you.
Так.
Can we chat? Hey, Captain. I heard the groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named June Tennyson.
Что такое?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her.
Если у вас
If you
есть
got
время,
time.
конечно.
I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I absolutely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic, but all I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station. Thanks, Captain. Did you want to talk about something else? Please avoid damaging yourself or others.
Погнали.
passing fair mechanic, but all I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station. Thanks, Captain. Did you want to talk about something else?
Please avoid damaging yourself or others.
Погнали, погнали.
Man, I'm a...
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
С кем дал пустого было. Так, ну. Так.
Something you need?
I find myself something vexing you, Captain.
Так. Способности. Какие способности? Так. Пошел возьму. Нормально оружие. Подними. Навыки пока ставим.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss-ball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Задание у нас. Дадите научное оружие на первопроходца. Так, отделка, бунт.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
Так. Макрет. Разыскивается Гуннар Макрет. Разыскивается живым или мертвым. Капитан Гуннар Макрет. За несколько эпизодов публичное пьянство, уничтожение собственности первопроходца, неоплату стыковочного сбора и сопротивление аресту. Свяжитесь с комендантом Санитой. Короче, преступники. Еще один. Ну, погнали.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Так, капрал.
Identification, please.
Удостоверение личности. Так, на.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. According to your ship's
Судя по
record,
записям
you've been flagged by the
коллеги,
board.
ваш
Your
корабль
ship will be
будет
impounded until
задержан
such a
пока.
time as...
But we've hardly been out of
Ну, тогда
Edgewater long enough to
трудно.
get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to...
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world.
И как же
We
это
want to take it up with
исправить?
Udom Bedford, our board
Просто
representative here on
коллега на
ground. His
первопроходце.
office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade.
Офис находится в
Shines like a
звездной
Byzantium
системе.
commode. Can't miss it.
Почему
Access
задержали
to
мой
that
корабль?
information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Hmm.
You take the starch out of them, well,
Ладно.
you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor? Wanda Dorset over in sickbay? Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon. I should be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Ее груз.
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening.
Ясно.
Mutt, is there anything else?
Еще некая Глэдис.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Я хочу выпить.
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Ясно.
You need anything else?
Найти работу.
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular. Chief Junlei might have an errand.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird.
Happy to help. That's...
You're real.
Well, thank you, Mitt.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter.
Нам пройти. У меня есть одно дело, которым был хотел заняться капитан.
Are you pulling my leg?
Я здесь
You
недавно.
must be one of them long haul. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. Then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the...
Короче, ясно.
Glad to help. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with
Их
the means to go
мало
where they will.
способны сами
They aren't
выбрать.
rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history
Просто
either.
изучает ваш послужной список. Что скажете про утиль?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned
Весьма
outposts.
часто
There's
заброшенные
some
корабли
that say
и
they make the
обустованы,
derelicts and
правда, иногда
encourage
просто
folks to
заставляют
abandon their
команду
steads.
бросить корабль.
Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work. They're on the prom. All right.
Понятно. Так.
You see it?
Так, так, так. Так. Дневник, а уже без. Цель задания находится в сокрытой зоне. Если вас обнаружат, то по вам откроют огонь. С помощью маскировки можно...
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the scholar shipped in
Если
and
что,
out
не
with.
пределаем дело. Так, что ты хочешь? Так, ничего он не хочет.
I picked up this weird
Так,
signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice.
картридж с удостоверением. Нашли картридж с удостоверением, который может использовать в паре с голографическим плащом тиру. Вы автоматически замаскируете свои дела соответствующие автоматически. Понял.
Graham, right.
Понял.
Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters.
Понял. Вот.
Now I've heard everything.
You know, there's more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
Asshole.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind
Так, смотреть.
chasers and other
Селки
travelers
он.
that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's
Ключ-карта. Так, можно украсть. Так, никто не видел.
your only source for news in the Halcyon colony.
Чё, пошли отсюда. Так, ничего, как пройти. Как туда прийти?
I don't have time for this.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Как и в жизни. Кто?
Rizzo's knock you out bomb. A CCN 76 Lufthansa bar
Вон
with
дрон.
caramel and pea-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
Так, сохранюсь.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks, sorry, business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
Скоротать. Ищу гусь.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left,
Старый
or
номер.
second unit from the right,
Первый
depending
слева.
on which direction you count from.
Так. Ничего не понял. Найдите научную финиса, найдите проходится. Ты кто? Космик. Опа.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor... You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors... Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Так, только один привключ, а теперь достанет не просто. Так что 10 тысяч битов. Ничего себе. Можно скидку.
Phineas, that old kook. He was quite the dancer back in his prime. Did he tell you? Real light on the wallet too.
Пусто. До сих
He
пор
still owes
должен
me a small
состоять.
fortune.
Давай больше. Не надо.
Well, I
Нужен
find I'm in need
капитан,
of a
с
ship
которым
captain with a
все
little
морально.
moral flexibility.
Проход
Might be this
после
could help out the
заработанных
groundbreaker,
битов, но если
as well as
подобное
earn
вас
some bits.
смущает. Хочу узнать подробности.
You
Какая
know
работа?
Edna over in engineering. Sweet as a pea, that one.
Которым можно познать
She
любопытно.
sent me a recording of a
без
distress signal
которого
she'd scraped from the groundbreaker.
проход.
Curious
Что
thing is,
интересно, у нас
it came from an outpost called Roseway.
который течет
And
клеил
Auntie
все
Cleo
много лет
abandoned
назад.
that place. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate, the more we got the corpse fighting.
Так.
Don't forget to come find old Gladys.
Я сейчас работаю.
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, groundbreaker chief. You'll find her fretting in engineering.
Окей. Так, чего здесь?
I found it.
Так, что у меня есть? Картридж. Топот. Надо продать. 5% скидка. Продать. 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 Так, все. Назад. Так, қайда бару керек?
This heat's unbearable.
If you're here for... What do you...
Так. Что-то не понял. Как туда пройти? Оружие фэнс. Это уйти. Не-не-не. Подожди. Представьте. Так.
The news packet had the tossball scores from
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
Going to repair its
These
damn
stairs
radiators.
are Ford
This armor
property.
doesn't breathe.
Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information needed to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
I thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction.
Прикольно.
I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority, just so we understand each other. At ease. Nice to see an outsider. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10, the answer... Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of monarch. Critters and such. Maybe we see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different.
Так, Парвати, ты хотела поговорить с Дюнилей. Давай.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it?
That's
a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Wow, great! I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship.
Говорит, у вас проблемы с переговором. Что происходит?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Почему вы их еще не починили?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
И компромисс невозможно.
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that.
Вам нужен наемник. Я очень дорого беру.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays. Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now. Those idiots are immune to reason. If you could find some way to solve this without... Good. Those idiots are immune to reason. If you could find some way to solve this without... Good.